Welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. Today's video is all about setting up to the ball the correct distance. I'm going to give you two great processes to make sure you're setting up to the ball the correct distance away. The key with this, obviously, if you're the wrong distance away, it'll affect your posture, it'll affect your balance, and then have a knock-on effect to lots of other areas in your golf swing. So it's a simple video to give you a simple process to set up to the ball correctly every single time. So we're talking about correct distance from the golf ball consistently. So I'm going to show you two ways in which to get that distance correct and how to check it. So the first way is kind of the way I'd probably want you to use in the golf course more so. And it's what I call the bow and bend. So we take our grip on the golf club parallel to the ground, opposite our belly button. And then from there we bend from our hips, let the club settle on the ground. And ideally that wants to be in the middle of the club. So if I was slightly further away from the golf ball and did the same drill, you notice now I'm not meeting the ball. If I was slightly out, you might notice that golf ball has aligned itself slightly with the toe of the club. So then I would redo it again or just adjust. So we want to get it so that ball's in the middle of the club, bow and bending, getting comfortable. And this distance from my thigh wants to be a fist and a thumb-ish. I'm quite happy with a fist. That's the kind of a minimum distance. And a handspan would be the maximum distance. So there's some tolerance there. From a balance point of view, once we've done this, I'd want to see back of my armpit, the ball of my foot and the tip of my knee to be roughly in a line to get that kind of balanced position and make sure we can rock toe to heel and make sure we're in that settled position each time. So that would be the bow and bend method to get the distance from the ball correct each time. The second method would be more a measure. So we take our setup here, I'll put a club down so the top edge of the club is against the ball. Now my heels want to be roughly just inside the butt of the club. I have no problem again in it being on the butt of the club or slightly inside the butt of the club, depending on our body shapes. Okay, obviously I'm not the tallest man in the world. I tend to stand a little bit more bent over and a little bit further away from the golf ball than maybe someone that was slightly taller. No problem with that. Balance is the key for me. As long as we're in balance, I'm happy. But this measure and calibration is a way that we could check things continually. So I know now if I took the secondary ball and take my setup, I can make sure my toes are level with the front of that ball every single time. And that would be the correct distance away from the golf ball for me. And that would be a measure I could do in the driving range. I can also take an alignment rod and put marks on it, have it an inch away from the ball, put a mark where my toe should be, and have that as a calibration check at home. But as a rough guide, top edge of the club, and we're going just inside the butt end of the club from a distance away from the ball with an iron. As long as your irons have been fitted for you as well, bear that in mind. That would be a rough guide. But then once you're in that position, check you've got a fist and a thumb. And if you're a fist and a thumb, then we're happy, we're good to go. And as long as your posture's not completely out of whack, that would be good to go as a good distance away from the ball to check and to calibrate to. And what I suggest you do is when you play golf and you don't play like as you'd want to, so you have a rough game on the course, maybe come back and check your distance from the ball, check your ball position, check your balance as the first port of call. Because if we play in windy conditions, quite often we'll stand differently, we'll stand further away, we'll crouch more, and all these things will happen. And if we've done a lot of driving, we might also do the same thing. So let's just make sure that you can have some form of calibration, which you check as your first port of call to make sure you're in the correct position every time and see how that affects your performance consistently. So let's set up to a golf ball now. So my toes want to be roughly on the front edge of that golf ball, fist and the thumb away, we're good to go there. Get myself comfortable, and then from there we're going to make a swing. Pretty good. And again, I can check that continually. I can check if I get out of whack with that and see if things change. Have a go at these two processes to check your distance from the ball, to check you're the appropriate distance from the golf ball, and check that you're maintaining that distance from the golf ball. And again, for the golf course, maybe try and keep it quite simple. Get the club kind of half bow and bending. Check it occasionally. And as long as you feel comfortable, don't need to check it with the handspan or the fist and the thumb. Just pull the trigger and go with confidence and get flow and be committed. Hope you enjoyed this video and the simple way of setting up the golf ball the correct distance every time. The two key processes you can do and checks, and also then using your own best foot measurement to work out where's best for you. If you have enjoyed this video, please click like. It really helps my channel that if you can, and I really appreciate it. Also chat down below any videos you want me to cover in the future, any questions you have, I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content coming every week on a variety of subjects, and it's all for free. And it makes sure then you get all the notifications of every video I do. Thanks for watching. Catch you again here soon.